Hey there, Improv Tipsters. Paul Vaillancourt here. I am back with another improv tip. In fact, today I'm back with the second in a 6-part series that I'm doing about set games for the Herald. Last week, ding ding, in this video, we explored the movie review, one of my favorite set games for the Herald. And today we are talking about Everyday Olympics. Another fantastic game for the Herald. If you want to know all the background and whys and wherefores of why I'm putting this series together, check out that first video about movie review. It has all the background information there. But today, as I said, the Everyday Olympics. It's very closely related to the movie review, which is why I'm doing it sort of right after the movie review. But I think it has so many different applications than the movie review does. You'll see that it's sort of an expansion or an extension of that idea. So I hope you enjoy it. Please comment down below and let me know kind of what you do if you play this game, or if you try it out, how it works for you, and let us know down below, ding ding, in the comments, sort of what your take is on the game. If you do it, what are some pro tips or some things that you discovered in the playing of the game? Okay, so without any further ado, please sit back, relax, and enjoy Everyday Olympics. Hey everybody, welcome back to Improv Tips. Today we are continuing our series of set games for the Herald. And last week in this video, ding ding, we did a video about the movie review. And today we're going to do a very closely related game called Everyday Olympics, another one of my absolute favorites. Again, let's start with the call. So we're on the wings or in the sides or whatever, and then we know it's time for a game, and I'm coming out again, I'm grabbing these two chairs. Again, I'm taking them down to my narration spot. We talked about this a little bit last week when we were talking about movie review. But now we're sports commentators, right? And I'm sitting here, and I have with me another sports commentator. Hey there, I'm Skip Snip, and I'm here with Everyday Sports. And I'm Rocco Moretti here with Skip, just doing color commentary. Let's get down to it. So ordinarily in this little dynamic here, we have two commentators. One is the play-by-play commentator. They're sort of leading us through the action. And then Rocco, in this case, is what we call the color commentator. Usually someone who's been involved in the event before, and they can tell us kind of like from the inside what it's like to do the event. So they'll be adding a little bit as well. They'll do maybe a little play-by-play, but a lot of times they can tell us as a participant, oh, that's really important, or that's something to really watch out for, right? Again, we set up our two things. We set up the frame. We start to fill it in, what's up between these two guys. Again, always a relationship here, right? I talk about relationship, ding, ding, in this video here, so check that out. A big playable gift I think we're always working with, right? So once we set up what it is, then we're gonna set up what the event is. Today, we are in Luxembourg for the international finals of the dishwashing championship, and we have two fantastic competitors coming down to the field now. And as I throw to this, we know it's dishwashing, right? So I throw to this, and we have the competitors coming in. It's usually me, I'm one of the competitors, and then I have like my trainer with me, maybe sort of like, okay. And we're we're in silence basically. We're sort of getting it ready, right? And I'm like stretching out, and then over here we have another competitor coming in. And maybe their trainer with them, and they're eyeing each other up, America and Russia maybe, right? They're sort of looking, and they're sort of eyeing each other up, and they're getting ready. Maybe we have someone coming out who's like doing it, and I'm sort of over here, I can be helping this along. We see the Russian competitor coming out with his trainer, Ergai Svestikov, and Ergai, he was one of the worst competitors. He's very tough. If he didn't blow out his knee, he'd probably still be competing today, even in his 50s. He is pretty amazing, and he is really known for training his players to be very ruthless. Yeah, we're gonna watch out for a lot of foul play in this one. And over there's the American, Dan Swanson. He is from the middle of America. We haven't really found out exactly where, but the middle of America. And he is a dishwashing champion. He's worked at all the chain restaurants, TGI Fridays, Red Robin. And with him is his wife, who is his trainer. She is fantastic. She was on the women's circuit for a long time. She is open. And now they're putting out the dishes and the soap, and we're just about ready. And so meanwhile, we're sort of acting out all of this, sort of like we do before a regular sporting event, right? Sort of getting all these things prepped. And then usually I'll start it with, okay, the referee comes on with the starting gun, so we're about to begin, the trainers are clearing off, just helping paint the picture a little bit, right? The trainers clear off, the ref comes out with the starter's gun. Bang! Now then, these two competitors are going wild washing dishes. As fast as they can, whatever they've got, maybe they're really fantastic at it, ting, and then this, right? And we sort of set up that this is the Russian guy, this is the American guy, what their dynamic is a little bit, and we're sort of commentating the whole time. These people are really going to town. This is 100 people's worth of dishes, and this is not just regular stuff. These have been left out in the sun to dry. There's caked on dirt, caked on grind. That is one of the things they really developed in the 70s, just after I stopped competing, was the caked on, baked in messes. This is really a complication, because they can't just wash now. They've also got to scrub. Oh yeah, tell me about it, Rocco. And so these guys are doing this whole thing, right? We're watching them, and now we know that there is some animosity between these two people. So maybe we see the Russian grabbing dishes. Or maybe the American, surprise, he's grabbing dishes, or some sort of interplay between these two. Again, these guys are commenting on it. Oh my gosh, this is really what we feared. Some interference from the Russians to the Americans. They're grabbing dishes, they're shattering dishes. As you know, broken dishes. Broken dishes are the worst. That is the undoing of most competitors in this kind of field, is a breaking of a dish. We really got to see what the referee is going to say about this. We're going on and on. And then when it's about done, we'll say, okay, we're wrapping up for the final 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, here comes the referee with the final bang! Right, and then the game's over. So then we can do a variety of things. We can just wrap up, and we can just announce the winner, depending on how long it's gone. Well, it looks like from the scores on the board, it looks like Russia has taken this one in a startling upset. Or we could have judges, maybe some other players come out. Judges are coming out with their numbers, and we see a 6.7, 5.8, 2.7. That means America wins. Then congratulations, America. We'll see you next week. But we're just sort of like wrapping it up. Also, there's a variety of things. Also, we could throw to an on-the-field reporter. Right? Diane Helston is down on the field with some of our competitors. Let's hear, Diane, how's it going? And then Diane's down here. I'm here with the American player. He said that the Russian broke some of his dishes. Let's hear what he has to say. We can do like an on-the-field report. Just like basically we're using as a model anything we see in a sporting event. Right? We can do all these different pieces of the puzzle. One last little bit that I'll share with you that we can do is also as the event is going on, they're washing. Oh my gosh, look at the Russians there. Let's freeze it right there. So then these guys are going to freeze. It's got to be loud because people are really in their thing. But then they're going to freeze. Let's roll it. Let's run it back. And they're rushing. And now there's forward again, or maybe slow-mo. Or maybe we totally freeze it, and then someone comes over with a telestrator. Here you can see he's reaching over, grabbing dishes and bringing them over here and shattering them. Oh, back to live action. That is really amazing. I can't believe in an international event that this is happening. Again, I'm just laying out a bunch of different options, a bunch of different tools, but think about what is your favorite sort of sports competition, what sorts of tropes, what sorts of tools are we using there. The thing that we sort of bring over from movie review is that clarity, is that sort of clarity of offer. It is even more than movie review, is an ongoing dialogue between the callers and the players. An ongoing dialogue, because I'm calling, I'm giving offers, I'm giving suggestions and ideas, but then I'm also taking in what they're doing and commenting on it and putting a spotlight on it as it's happening. Okay? That's basically it. That's basically the whole game. And it's just taking sort of a normal everyday chore or event and make it into an international sporting event. Again, we start off with a clear call with the 2 chairs, bang. And then our narrator's sitting down, introducing the frame, who they are, right? Because this looks a lot like movie review on the side, so we need to set up. Hey, I'm Skip Snip with International Sports, and with me as always is Rocco Moretti. Hi, Skip, really psyched to be here. Right? And then we say what the event is, so these players can start going, and then everyone knows the game from there, right? Players, trainers, all this kind of stuff. Stretching, getting ready, whatever that thing might be. And we're just in dialogue. Back and forth, back and forth. And again, when it's time, here comes the ref to start, here comes the ref to end. Let's go to on the scene, let's freeze, let's run it back, let's see a little telestrator. Just these clarity of things, right? This clarity of call back and forth. Because if we don't do that, then it gets muddy. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Look at this over here, right? Then these players are still going. They're still doing their thing. And then they're wondering, do I freeze? Do I run it back? Should I whatever, right? That clarity of communication back and forth in a game like this is super important. That's one of the linchpin skills that we learn in this kind of game that we translate to other games coming up. We'll talk about that at the end. Okay? So that is Everyday Olympics. Let's give it a try. Hey everybody, so we just heard the setup of the game, Everyday Olympics, and now we're going to try it out. Are you players ready?
Yes.
Are you players ready?
Yes.
Let's get it on. Here we go.
and welcome back to the wild world of Everyday Olympics.
It's Everyday Olympics with Susie and Sean.
That's right, I'm Sean, and this is Susie.
I'm Susie. Welcome. Oh my gosh, are you ready for some really dirty laundry play?
Oh, Susie, am I ever? I've been waiting for this event all week.
I love a good laundry match.
Same here, and as a former competitor, what insight can you give the audience?
It's so good to be back here today. And what I have to tell you, oh, here come the competitors now.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, it's Louis from New York.
Louis from New York against Stan from New Jersey. That's a rivalry that's been long brewing.
I can see the line right between them right now. It's like it's on fire. I remember that line when I was in this sport, and it felt like it was burning me up inside. I bet you they feel this way right now.
I'm sure they do. I hope they're just as fierce and serious as you were about Laundry Olympics.
I know Louis. He's very, very fierce. I'm not as familiar with our other competitor, but I know he's feeling the fire.
He is. He's new to the circuit, but he's been making a name for himself. And I think enough of us. Let's get this party started.
Yes, right.
Boom!
Oh, here we go.
Oh!
He's moving as fast as he can. Look at those arm muscles. He has to work very hard to build those arm muscles for that kind of strength with laundry.
You're right. Yes. Louis must have a strong core.
He's folding. Look at whip. This is great technique right here.
Yes.
Wow. He's swimming. He's dashing. Oh, did you see this?
I sure did, Susie.
Oh,
Wow.
that's not easy.
Oh, it looks like New Jersey's getting nervous. Sorry to cut you off there.
Yes.
Oh!
Did you see him going?
Oh!
Wait, let's have that in slow motion. Slow motion.
Let's go back and check that out again. New York
Look at his
goes over.
Oh!
Jersey didn't like it.
Did you see his hand? The dent in his hand as he went in slow motion.
It's a big dent.
Oh, I didn't see that!
And I know that language.
I didn't even see that with regular speed. Whoa.
Oh, that was a yellow card. Never saw that before.
In all of my days, I never had a yellow card. This is serious.
It is serious.
This is serious. They're over that line. Look at him. Look at New York. Look at New York. The way he can keep his arms tight to his body.
He's very meticulous.
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. I see the look in his eye. New York is looking at New Jersey for retaliation.
Jersey's in his zone.
He's not going to do it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
That's the New York stranglehold.
Never in my days.
Wow.
Shenanery.
That shenanery was off the chart, Susie.
Wow. Laundry and shenanery have no place together.
I agree with you.
Oh, what's going to happen now?
Well, it seems like the ref stopped the match, but these two are just so fierce rivals. They don't want to stop.
Oh no, the ref is here. What is the ref? The ref is not going to take this from them anymore.
Oh, the ref!
The ref!
He is tired of the shenanery.
There is no place for shenanery in laundry. I think he's called it. He's called it. Yes, he's called it.
The match. I'm thinking.
Okay.
I guess it's a double disqualification.
They're both. Never in all of my days have I seen double disqualification or such shenanery.
And they're proud of it. Well, Jersey can't breathe right now, but
I think Jersey won. We will see by the score.
We will see by the
I
score.
think Jersey had it with that last move straight across the face.
And he keeps doing his laundry even after the match.
Now let's freeze it right here. Okay, do you see this look in his eye? He's not done.
He isn't done.
He doesn't have any idea what's about to happen. I'm very curious if this will end the match and have it be in New York's favor. Let's unfreeze the frame.
Unfreeze.
Cool, I'm gonna stop you guys there. Really nice. I think tons of really great stuff there. So I think we just need a really clear call, right? We're sort of a little bit like, is it over? This happened. I think sort of once the referee calls it, and and then he wins by beating up the two contestants. I think let's wrap it up, right? Because I think at least one person on our team has said, I think we're done here, right? I don't think you're wrong. I think you sort of have played it out, right? I think
everything we've done, compress it into the middle. If you're gonna freeze it, if you're gonna run it back, if you're gonna telestrate it, all within that first like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I tried to get too much in.
That's okay. I think we got too much in like sequentially, like they did their whole event and then we ran it back and then we froze it. I think we want to cram all that into the middle part, right?
Cool.
And then just if you think it's the end, or if you think it's the end, or if you think it's the end, let's just like wrap it up. Because always in doing a group game, I think in anything in improv really, better too short than too long. Better to leave the game with the audience thinking, oh man, I could have watched so much more of that, than leave with the audience thinking, I was done watching that a couple minutes ago. Right? I think really nice. I think you guys are really nice. I think keep discovering different elements of it. Is it you put everything in and then you're looking through a magazine really aggressively? Is it like, do you have some stuff in the dryer? Do you have some stuff that you're folding? Just keep discovering different elements of it, right? And again, you guys can keep offering too. It's like 4 brains. It's not just you two and you two. It's all 4 of you working on it the whole time. I thought a good sharp setup. I think that was really nice. I like that you were sort of that you had a little bit of a character, and then you're sort of like really adding little bits and pieces. I think add them throughout, because ultimately, washing dishes or doing laundry only has so much just by itself, right? So we want to keep embroidering the activity that they're doing as they're doing it, rather than sequentially. Do you feel this?
Yes.
Did you feel like it was over maybe a little bit before we ended it? Yeah, great. That feeling, that sort of internal compass is super powerful. Follow that. Because if you're feeling it on stage where we're active, we're the most active and the most engaged, and we feel like maybe it's over, the audience is with us or maybe ahead of us, right? Cool. Same thing there if you guys are just like, oh, that's it, and whatever. And I think really good call to sort of come out, and then also the referee comes back. I was waiting for you to sort of grab your own hand, but just wrap it up. I think a sharp start and a sharp end is super important, right? I think we just got caught up in it and played it like that. Excellent.
Cool, so that was our first stab at the game. Really fun, a lot of good stuff in there. In general, as we're sort of trying these games out in the videos, I think my sort of blanket note for everything is shorter. A little bit faster and a little bit shorter. Because as I said, I want those games to be just as energized as the scenes. But we're sort of exploring, we're sort of figuring it out. We're sort of tentatively stepping into the game and tentatively stepping through the game. But I think this is one overall note that with practice, naturally, it will get a little bit more fluid and a little bit faster. Secondly, in this first rendition here, I think that the thing that I would really try to emphasize with the team moving forward is clearer calls of what they want to happen. We see sort of a gesture towards, well, let's see that or whatever, but I think you need to make a really clear call. Freeze it there. Let's run it back, reverse it, stop. Let's play it from here. Those really clear directions, because those people who are doing the event are sort of thinking about the event. They aren't thinking about what you're saying as clearly as you are. So you want to give them super clear direction of what you want them to do. It'll make it much easier, louder and clearer. Also, as the narrators are watching the game, as it's happening, you will see in the one we just saw that the players doing the event sort of stop making discoveries a little bit, and they sort of settle into a repetitive motion. We don't want that. As soon as you, as the narrators or the commentators, see that the players have stopped making discoveries, you can do one of two things. One, you can end the game. That's a great place to end the game for sure, because that's their first sort of like, that's their first sort of blush on what they're doing. The second thing that we can do, if we sort of want to add a little bit more to the game, is we can invite them to do something else. We can give them an idea to help them keep making discoveries. As I say, it's not just 2 brains and then 2 brains and then 2 brains and then 2 brains. It's all 4 brains all the time working on it, right? So we can give them a little inspiration or a little suggestion of what to do next to keep the game going. And then always, I think that one of the biggest things that really makes the game happen is a super clear start and a super clear end. A super clear start and a super clear end. Those calls, to me, couldn't be more important, because it just really, it really sharpens up the game. It makes it look like something rather than just sort of like a mayhem, especially in a fast-paced game like this. You really want those super clear starts and ends. And then finally, as we're sort of experimenting with the game, I think that the players are using a little bit of the sort of tempo that we learned in movie review, where they're sort of like taking turns a little bit more. Like it's the players, and then it's the commentators, then it's the players, then it's the commentators. When I really think we need to mash those things together, and the commentators need to be commentating simultaneously on what's happening, right? We're sort of like taking turns. We don't want to take turns. We want it to be much more simultaneous, with the feedback and the talking and the playing all happening at once. I think that's really one of the big differentiators between this game and the movie review. The movie review is very much a turn-taking game. We set it up, and then you do it. And then we talk about it. And then we set up the next one, and then you do that one. Turn-taking, back and forth. This is, we set up the whole thing, and then we run it. And simultaneously playing and commenting all the way through. Okay? Let's see their second take on the game.
Fantastic. So we heard some notes. We're going to do it one more time. Here we go.
Well, welcome back to our Everyday Olympics. I'm Catherine Katie, and I'm Mandy Walsh. Mandy Walsh, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah, well, it's been a
Wow.
while, hasn't it?
Hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's been a month. We haven't done this show, and we had some disagreements, but now we're back.
Yes, it stems from our rivalry, but we won't go back to that at this time.
No, we'll keep it going with sports, and we'll keep it lovely.
Yeah, civil. But we all know that today we're here to see the competition between our champions of the ironing competition. So we have on the red team Joey Josephson from California, and
We have Tony Maponi. She's ready to go, and he is all the way from Texas.
yeah, this is the American Nationals, and we know that this has been really kind of one of those competitions that a lot of people watch. In fact, this is the most watched competition.
Especially when we have men who are participating, because as you know, we're trying to break the stereotype that only women know how to iron. Men sure do know how to iron.
Exactly
Isn't that
right. And
It's
these men-
2019. Get it together, fellas.
That's right. So let's watch them see what they do here.
Oh, they're plugging in, heating up
Plugging
the
in.
iron.
And we have the ref coming in to start the game.
It's going on, it's started. We got Tony doing it gracefully. He's not even in a rush. We got California.
Look at that speed! Look at that speed!
He is great. He's putting the Febreze all over his body.
But you know, it's important to smell good when you're ironing. It's especially
course.
men care about this. It's
And
very
they're sweating. Oh, he has sweat under his armpits already.
Yeah. See.
Oh, there we go. He's doing a double axel.
Oh my!
Oh,
Now this is what I was worried about. It gets dirty sometimes. There's in the eye.
Oh,
Did you
oh,
see that?
oh.
In the eye. What?
that is ruthless. Oh, there we go. Texas is digging. We might. Oh.
Let's stop it right there.
Yeah.
I think we need to stop this and just see that again.
We need a close up. We need
Take
a
it
close
back.
up.
I need to see that close up. Okay, here we have Joey. Oh man.
Oh,
look
right
at that.
there.
Right in the
freeze it right there. Freeze it right there. Yeah, if you see right over here, it looks like a Febreze bottle, but there's a needle.
Now that, I can't believe that the ref didn't see that.
No, the ref can't see it because it's very tiny. I barely can see it.
But
I'm
we
zooming
see
in.
the replay.
Let's see it again.
Whoa!
Oh!
Whoa! Oh my goodness.
He's crying like a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, Texas, get it together. You're in a competition. Come on.
Come on.
California is beating you.
Whoa.
Oh,
drugs?
He's putting. Oh! He just put acid in his face.
Whoa. This is something we haven't seen before.
Never.
I mean, wow. I mean, even in our worst day, we were.
Oh yeah, if you're back in the 70s,
No.
we would have won that.
No. Now, blind ironing, that's a whole nother
Oh, that's
competition.
talent right there.
Now, this is going to raise the stakes completely.
He's doing the triple axel. Wow.
We're in the last 5 seconds of this competition. Let's see what happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, freeze it right there. Oh, it looks like an iron, but it's really a blade. No, he's killed him.
Okay, this is live television, but we're just going to cut right here.
Nice. Great. Cool. Really nice. I think Really nice. How do you guys feel doing
Whether
it?
you handed me the clothes.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Hey, city coach.
What I love about
Do
it
it.
is that it starts off slow, but it sort of picks up. I would love to start with just a little bit quicker, just a little more excitement, because again, we're going like scene, game. We like to go scene, game, boom. And the thing is, when you're coming in, you're calling. You know what game you're calling, right? So you start off like a shotgun start. Hey, everybody, welcome to the thing, right? It doesn't need to necessarily be as fast as I talk. I'm a super fast talker, but I think we want to have that energy in it. Even if you guys are doing this thing, which I really love, which is this sort of like your rivals. I love that. Let's just energize that a little bit, right? Really nice. Then the thing is about these guys over here, they're doing their thing super fast. It's only got so much life to it, right? So I think the whole thing could just be a little bit shorter still.
Yeah.
I love all the little bits and pieces, but once he stabs him or once he sort of hits him with the Febreze bottle with the needle in it, whatever that thing might be, I think that one big discovery, just like in movie review, ding ding that we talked about last week, when we have that big discovery, I think that's a sign that, hey, I think we sort of run it out. Right? And then we sort of do a little bit of falling action, and then we're done with it, right? Because as players, you guys doing the irony, did you feel like there was an ending and then like another ending?
Yeah.
Yeah, as an audience member, I felt like that too. Like, oh, this is that's clearly the ending. Nope, now there's a little bit more, right? So I think again, always just leave them wanting a little bit more, right? But super fun. I like the referee coming in and out. I love the sort of real brutal brutality of irony. And I really love the coaches arguing too. There's like a little bit happening back here with the coaches. I really love that because what I love about that is that it sort of fills it out. So it's not just 2-dimensional; it's 3-dimensional. There's like on the field, off the field, in the booth. There's like a ton happening. It's really fun to watch. Now, I really love this game of Everyday Olympics because it really gives us that really linchpin skill of working in dialogue with things that are happening and things that are commentating at the same time. One thing that we love to do as improvisers is watch security footage. Oh yeah, let's watch that security footage, right? And then we see that happening over here. This is the exact thing that happens in Everyday Olympics. These people on security footage are doing something, and we're sort of commentating on it, narrating it, giving a suggestion. What's he doing with that? Where's he going? Where's he going? And then this guy's like, oh, I better go somewhere because they're doing it, right? And so we have that sort of back and forth happening. Also, I love the sportsy aspect of it. Can I borrow your chairs for a second? Sometimes we'll see a scene happening. Maybe it's a first date scene, and then we'll sort of like in a split scene call up. Kat, why don't you be here with me? And we'll sort of call up this first date's happening over here. And now we can sort of come up and add another dimension to this. Well, it's a first date. I don't think it's going very well. Our young gentleman seems to have some spinach caught in his teeth already.
Oh, and
Right.
she's looking at her phone.
Right. So now we're sort of like adding a second dimension to this, and it's that same dialogue back and forth, but it's the exact same skills that we're learning in Everyday Olympics, right? Because I can freeze it, I can telestrate it, I can roll it back a little bit. Oh, here comes the waiter. He's putting an end to the first part of the date. Appetizers are done. Now we're on to the main course. Hopefully they'll do a little bit better, right?
He's ordering for her.
Exactly. That's nice. Do women still like that? As a woman, what do you think?
No.
No! That is a gigantic misstep. This explains a lot about my divorce. No, just that. And just like that, the linchpin skill here is that sort of like event in commentating, that parallel, simultaneous thing happening, that sort of skill, whether it's footage or whether it's sort of adding a sports aspect to it or whatever, or also sometimes we'll see it in a, we use this a lot of times if we're doing like a stakeout. Kat and I are on a stakeout. These guys are sort of preparing to do something, and we're on a stakeout, and we're sort of talking about what we hear, or like we're watching on a monitor, kind of what we see. Again, this sort of like parallel. This it's a specialty version of a split scene, which is a really great technique to use. Okay, so that's it for Everyday Olympics. We'll have another one next week. Thanks for watching.
Great, another fun stab at the game. As I said in the first set of notes, I think one of the things that will happen is as we practice the game and play it more, the commentators will move and talk with a little bit more confidence and a little bit more fluidity. At this point, they're sort of like figuring out what to say and how to say it and how do I do this. And as we sort of practice it, this is why we practice improv, we sort of get more fluid with these skills and it gets a little bit easier to play that part of the game. Secondly, again, back to this idea of simultaneous, as the game is being set up and we hear, hey, welcome back to Luxembourg or welcome to Everyday Olympics, then the players can start right away. In this one, they're sort of waiting to be invited onto the stage a little bit. They're hesitating a little bit. We kind of really want everything to start at once. Like in a sporting event or like in a sports commentation, in a sporting event or a sports commentator sort of situation, everything's sort of happening at once. And the commentators are trying to capture live action, right? So we kind of want to simulate that and kind of keep everything going at once and not string it out or make things too sequential. We want to make them a little bit more simultaneous, right? And then at the end, we sort of like wrap it up and then we freeze it and then we start embellishing there. I think for us, once we sort of have the end of the event, we're sort of really rushing towards the end at that point, right? And the referee comes out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bang, that's the end. And then we're really thinking about wrapping it up, right? What we've done in this one is we've sort of, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bang, oh, hold on, let's freeze it there. It's too late. I think we need to move that action and that idea sooner in the game because once we hear bang in the end, then we're waiting for a judgment, a score, a winner, and that's it. And then we're out of this game and then on to the next scene or whatever we're going to do next. Okay? And then finally, again, this sort of links together with the last comment is I think we just need to have that one sharp ending, a sharp start and a sharp ending.
Hey everybody, we have been the Improv Tip Players, and individually we are
Austin Mooney.
Lindell Starks.
Jeff Thompson.
Samantha Cott.
John Meehan.
Patrick McGrath.
Gina Main.
Alexandra Mena.
Stan McConnell.
Kat Zakari.
And I'm Paul Vaillancourt. I'm going to put all their social media links in the description, ding ding, down below, so check them out and follow them. Thanks for watching.